Welcome to a new tutorial for OCTAcad. In this tutorial I will show you how you can select objects with similar parts list data. I will show you how you can add parts list table in your drawing. Furthermore, I will show you how you can create labels for selected objects. OCTAcad offers you the possibility to select all objects with similar parts list data. First we choose an object. We find the function under the point layout. We click on this button to select all objects with equal parts list data. In the opening window you can choose which criteria the objects have to meet to be selected. For example, you can choose that all objects with the same article number and with the same color should be selected. The objects will be selected with a click on Select. Added to our initial selection are now the objects with the same article numbers and colors. You could restrict the selection by choosing further parts list data. For example, the length, width and height. The selection was restricted with further parts list data. Only the glass panels with the same article number, color, length, width and height have been selected. With the help of OCTAcad you can also insert a parts list table in your drawing to transmit the table afterwards in your layout. You can insert a parts list table which contains all objects from the drawing. To do so, select all objects and click on Insert Parts List Table to Drawing. In the opening window you can select a lot of different settings. Table Design allows you to give the parts list table a title. You can also set a table style, an insertion layer and a measuring unit. In this part you can adjust the column, for example the width of the column article description. When you're finished with all settings, click on OK. Now the parts list table is attached to the cursor and you can place it in your drawing. I would advise you to place the table with enough space between it and your stand to avoid it being visible in the viewport. With the help of this function you can delete the parts list table from the drawing. You click on Delete Parts List Table from Drawing and afterwards you select the table you want to delete. You can also insert a parts list table which only contains selected objects from the drawing. We select an object and click on Select All Objects with Equal Parts List Data to insert a parts list table with selected objects in the drawing. Another great possibility OCTAcad offers is to create labels for objects. You will find this function under Layout in the Legend group. We select an object for which a label should be created. You can select as many objects as you want. We select, for example, these two glass panels and click on Create Labels for the selected table objects. In the opening window you can set, for example, the style, the height and the color of the text. You can insert a text which is always in front. You can also set the viewing direction, the line color, the line length and the offset from text to horizontal line as well as the insertion layer. We accept the settings with OK. A label has now been created for the selected objects. It is important to know that the created label is only easily legible in the view in which it has been created. When you change your view, the created label won't move or rotate with you. It remains in its original position. Afterwards you can select the created label and the line and place them in another position. Now you can insert your created parts list table and view the created label in your layout. That was my tutorial. Thank you for listening, have fun and see you next time.